AssholeConsulting.com. How you guys doing? The new book, The Book of Numbers, Analyzing the ROI of the Pursuit of Women, is out. Just go to Amazon. You can find it there. Hi, Aaron. I sent a request before, but put in the wrong email address. This is a bit long, so please bear with me. I'm a former competitive athlete who tried out for the Olympics twice. I went to nationals many times, but couldn't make the national team. I was going to turn pro, but due to the virus, that got put on hold, and definitely it probably won't happen anymore. Luckily, man, trying to make it in professional sports, that's almost like, I mean, it's like trying to win the lottery. You gotta have a good backup plan. Luckily, I had some hindsight and decided to go back to school last year. I didn't have the mental capabilities for any type of engineering, computer programming, or medicine, so I ultimately landed in accounting because Chad Elkins a more. No, I'm kidding. We're kidding. Because that seems like the next best thing. And my school doesn't offer a pure accounting degree. What then? Why did you go? Fuck, man. But they do have an accounting concentration. Okay, go to school online. You're going to school online anyway. Go to Western Governors University. Get your accounting degree. Find out what the sitting requirements are for your CPA exam, and then go get that level of education to get your CPA exam. Why is anyone choosing the school first and like, well, what degrees do they offer? What is fucking wrong with you people? Stop choosing your college and, well, I didn't have the degree I wanted. Why are you there? It's like me going to the grocery store. I need to get steak. Well, we don't have steak. Well, I went here, but they don't have steak. Well, I guess I'll get fish. Didn't you come back home? Weren't you going out for steak? Yeah, I brought back fish, but you said you're going to get steak. Well, they didn't have steak at the grocery store I went to. If only there were other grocery stores that had steak. Fucking Christ, guys. My advisor, your advisor. Oh, yeah, working with me, make sure I have the classes needed for both the CPA and the Master's of Accounting if I choose to go that route. Good. Also, I choose the school I go to because they have the best co-op program in the country. All right. So you did do a little research. I apologize. So I would essentially graduate with 12 to 18 months of work experience. That's not bad. Hopefully at one of the big four regional accounting firms. Ultimately, my goal is to graduate and leave the East Coast. It's too expensive here. I want to move to Chicago and get an entry-level job in accounting and go to school at night for my last remaining 30 credits so I could satisfy my 150 for the CPA. Plus, in Chicago, I can live in a decent apartment without having to pay $2,000. I have always said, even though Chicago is a Marxist leftist shithole, it's a nice Marxist leftist shithole. And if you're not making a lot of money, it's a great place for young people to live. Go move onto the north side. Enjoy the food, enjoy the jazz, enjoy the architecture, enjoy the people. And then once you start making good money, you get the F out of there. And yeah, rent is surprisingly affordable in Chicago. Now, I know I won't be making six figures. I have no illusions to grandeur, but I'm hoping a few years after I graduate, I can make at least 70K. I think you can make that. Yeah, if you, that's very realistic. That's very realistic, especially if you get your CPA. That's very within the realm of possibility. I can live off of that and have a quiet life. Now, my concern is my age, lack of professional experience. I'll be 30, 31 when I graduate. I've been trying to get a job in an office setting, but my lack of professional experience and education is killing my job prospects. I'm not getting any call back, and recruiters tell me I don't call. Well, okay, you're in the middle of the coronavirus thing, man. Keep that in mind. I don't think it's you or your. I mean, it certainly is your lack of professional experience. I mean, you're gonna have to get some kind of internship or something. But this is the economy. It's not you. And yeah, you do need to get educated. And you need to have some education at least to get an entry-level job in accounting. They're not just going to give it to you. So I'd almost not waste your time applying for jobs unless there's like an internship program where like, oh yeah, we'll take anyone and kind of train you. I'm hoping my graduate employers will see my athletic career as an experience and I won't run into the same thing. I'm hoping I made the right decision going back to school and choosing the right degree. Let me know your thoughts. Best will keep you anonymous. Okay, look, you've done everything right on several regards. All right. You had the athleticism to take your shot at it. You did. If you didn't take your shot at it, you would have regretted that for the rest of your life. So I would not rue or regret what you did in terms of your sports aspirations. All right. So that you did that good. You are majoring in the right thing. I'm going to assume because of the other reasons you cited, that you chose the right school. I like your plan to go to Chicago afterwards. I like the plan of you getting your CPA. And I absolutely do not think your age is going to have an effect. I think that's an overblown concern. I think if anything, it's going to help you a little bit because you're not. Now, of course, though, accounting majors are pretty square. They're pretty reliable. But I think if anything, it would help. You're not old. You're not to the point that you're incompetent. When you graduate, you'll be 30 or 31. That's still very young, relatively speaking. But there's a touch of maturity. Like, they're not going to worry about you dude broing and partying it up. I think the athletic career will provide a little bit of color. But I'm not HR. I don't work for these big firms. But it would be like, yeah, I was attempting for the Olympics. And it's like, oh, okay, because all we got is people who have glasses and are nerds, and all they know is accounting, and they belong to the accounting club and the CPA society, and they did the ballroom accounting dance club, and they're very, very, very freaking boring. This might be a little bit of color where it's like, oh, here's someone who's human. So I think it'll actually help. And yeah, I think your path is, no, it's fine. And that was the other thing I was going to say. Well, what's your other choice? See, this is the paradox. I'm too old. It's like, but I'm black, or I'm Hispanic, or I'm female. So why try? I'm MGTOW. Why try? Well, because if you don't try, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You will fail. That's the whole point. So when I get people like, am I too old? It's like, well, let's advance this. Let's say you're 85 and you want to go work. And he's literally shaking his guy's am I too old to go into accounting? It's like, you got something else to do. Do you want to go into accounting? Like, do you need the money? Well, yes, go. Your chances are higher with the degree and the CPA or your master's, depending on what your sitting requirements are. Your chances are higher with that than not. Aaron, girls won't go out with me. Should I go to the gym? Well, yes, you should, because your chances are higher if you go to the gym. Aaron, I'm a poor black kid from the inner city. Will anyone take me seriously? Well, if you stay at home and watch the Maury Povich show and do blunts and don't go to, well, yeah, you're going to fail. So get your ass out there. And who gives a shit if you're old, you're this race, you're that age, you're that it's with or without. Do you have the degree? Okay, your chances are now higher. There was a buddy of mine, because I'm old now and he's my age, and he ended up applying for the company. He got in the police. I think they're trying to be all politically correct. Let's hire an old fart. Look, see, we're not ageist. But he had geez, I'm not like I was when I was 25. No, you're not. I remember you were 20. You were not like you were 25. Matter of fact, I'm surprised you passed the physical. But yeah, go work out. Go do it. Yes. And he had to train and get in shape. But yeah, go. Because what's your plan B? Stay at home and drink? Why, really? So yes, absolutely, you should be going. So you've chosen the right path. You've chosen the right degree. You got a great game plan. I even like you going to Chicago when you're youngish and you can have a good time. I think your expectations are very much in line with 70K. Hit me and Elkins up when you get there if you got any questions about the CPA and whatnot. But I would not it's a non-factor. You can't de-age yourself. You're the age you are. Now, do you want to improve yourself or not? And so I don't, it doesn't matter that you're 30, 31. You could be 81, you could be 21. You're better with this education than not. And so I would not even waste a concern. Don't even worry. Don't even worry about it. Doesn't matter. That's it. All right. We'll see you guys later. Tools.